everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. My name is Cece and this video is going to be about things that I have been able to do in my time in quarantine. So during quarantine I haven't really been able to go out and do much, like I've said in past videos, because I'm high risk and have asthma. And I am glad that this is one of the few times that I'm glad I have asthma, just because I've gotten to stay at home and not really do anything, like be a real adult, if that makes any sense. And so I have decided to compile a list of things on my iPod that I have done in my time in quarantine. And the first thing that I have been able to do more of is read more. Um, I've always been a huge fan of reading. I love reading, but before quarantine I didn't really read as much as I would like to because I was so busy and like with school. And the couple months before quarantine actually started, I was in the musical at the school that I went to before it got canceled, and or before the school year got canceled. And that gave me even less time to sit down and read. And once quarantine hit, I was able to get back into reading and in the series that I really like. And some of my favorite series that I have read is the Harry Potter series and the Hunger Games series. I have read other books in quarantine, but not like any series other than Harry Potter and the Hunger Games. And I will be making a video about books I'm currently reading and the books that I've read during quarantine. And the second thing that I've been able to do more since quarantine became a thing is I got back into writing songs. Um, like I said, I couldn't really do that along with reading because I was in the musical. And I was so drained all the time and tired. And even throughout quarantine I haven't really been able to get back into writing songs because of my mental health. But in January actually I got back into writing songs and being creative, and that makes me really happy that I'm able to start doing that again. The third thing that I kind of got into during quarantine, more of right before quarantine, is journaling. I started journaling officially every single day on December 1st, 2019, which was 3 or 4, however many months before quarantine actually started. And I am very glad that I started journaling when I did, because it's been a great comfort for me during everything that's going on. It's helped me and kept me sane. And I suggest that if you want to take up journaling, start journaling. It will help you and it will make you feel better and less stress. And just start. I couldn't recommend journaling more. Just start doing it. It's never too late to start journaling. And another thing that I have been able to do during quarantine is binge watch some of my favorite shows. And I never had any streaming services before quarantine, but recently my dad found out that with our phone plan that we have, we get HBO Max for free. And since we have gotten HBO Max, I have been able to binge watch some of my favorite shows, and I have been binge watched all of Young Sheldon, and I'm currently making my way through The Big Bang Theory. Another thing that I have done in quarantine is I have reorganized my room, and I've also put this couch that I'm sitting on in my room. And I've actually reorganized my room twice during quarantine, and like I'm glad I did in a weird way. I don't know, like it like gave me something to do, and plus I have a couple bookshelves in my room now that I get to put books on and like CDs on, or like that kind of stuff, instead of trying to cram it all in my closet. And another thing that I have done in quarantine is I've been listening to a lot of music, and because of that I have like been able to like get into new musical artists. And I've also like started doing this thing where I'll like research like a famous person that I like, and like make a presentation about it and show it to my parents. And like while doing that, I'll look up the person's influences, and sometimes I'll go listen to them, and that'll like turn me into like a fan of someone else's influence. Or like I'll see a picture of like one of my favorite musical artists or whoever with someone else, and I'll go look them up and then become obsessed with them. And I'm glad I did, because my music taste is like a lot bigger, and I listen to a lot more musical artists now, and that like makes me really happy because I love music, and that's something that I'm really into. And speaking of music, the last thing that I have been able to do during quarantine is play my instruments more, because of, or before quarantine, because of school and stuff. I did have time to like play my instruments, but it wasn't a whole lot of time, and that kind of made me sad. And like especially like I have kept saying during the musical that I was in, the last like couple months before school got canceled, I had like absolutely no time to play my instruments. Like I got up, went to school, and then after school would like be at musical practice until like 6 7 at night, and then have to come home, do homework and all of that. And I couldn't really fit playing my instruments into that. And since quarantine has become a thing, I have been playing my instruments like a lot more, and like it seems like getting more and more every day. And like I said about writing songs, I didn't really play a lot at the beginning of quarantine because my mental health was not the best. And I ended up like getting it better, my mental health. And so like I've been able to like play my instruments more, and that has made me like really happy, because I like I have said, music is like my big passion. I love music. It's like that one thing that I could talk about unprompted for hours and hours, and it's just giving me a lot of joy, and like helped me, along with journaling, be sane during everything that's going on in the world right now. Yeah, that is basically everything that I have been able to do more, or that I've started doing, whatever, during quarantine. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am curious to hear anything that you guys were able to do during quarantine that maybe you haven't been able to get around to like before quarantine happened. So leave that in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, leave a like. And if you want to stick around for any other videos that I want to post and just like be on my little corner of the internet with me, please subscribe. All of my social media, other YouTube channels, and all that stuff will be in the description down below. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.